Hey guys, today I'll share with you Beast Tamer episodes 9 and 10. In these two episodes, the male protagonist Rain will further show his strength, not only fighting with the Beast Tamer who raises monsters, but also ushering in a battle of dignity with the villain who robs his wives. The story begins with a vigilant group of thieves in the mithril mine, and the tamer among them has discovered Rain and his comrades through the bird. The battle between the two parties immediately begins, with the thieves' bow and arrow attack being neutralized by the dragon girl Tanya, and the magic attack easily being blocked by the fairy twins. As for the beast tamer, he is knocked to the ground by Rain's punch. The hostile tamer then summons his secret weapon, a B-class monster raised by him. The Shadow Knight that Rain has spent a lot of time taking down is only a C level. Monsters of this level are difficult to be tamed by humans, so Rain asks his companions to transfer the captured hostages outside the mine, while he and Kanade team up to deal with the monster in the mine. Rain attracts the monster's attention, while Kanade secretly catches the beast tamer. However, this man is particularly stubborn. Even if he is caught, he still refuses to control the monster to surrender. The monster's attack will knock the mine to collapse at any time. Therefore, Rain has to risk getting close to the monster. Unexpectedly, he forcibly signs a contract with the monster in a very short time, taking control of the monster. This has never happened among beast tamers. Rain's terrifying ability has plunged the enemy into madness, who tries to seize control of the monster again, causing the monster to fall into a rage and launch an indiscriminate attack. In the end, it is Rain who breaks out his strength and kills the monster, thus saving the opponent's life. Rain is well aware that humans and monsters have a strong hostility to each other, which cannot be completely erased by simple taming, so he pays attention to the movements of monsters throughout the process. After the battle, Rain interrogates the identity of the thieves. It turns out that they all have bought weapons in Gantz's shop, and later heard from others that they had been tricked by the ordinary weapons sold by Gantz. They thus came to his mithril mine to steal the ore in retaliation. After Rain tells Gantz what happened, Gantz feels complicated. He sets a trap to punish those who despise weapons, and it is not until he is retaliated by his customers that he realizes how strong the resentment of those adventurers is. Eventually, Gantz gets inspired and encouraged by Rain, and decides to sell weapons with honesty in the future as well as to forge every weapon carefully to avoid making defective products. Gantz is very grateful to Rain and promises to try his best to help Rain make his exclusive weapon. Rain then quietly tells Gantz about his special needs. While waiting for the weapon to be made, the protagonist's group will usher in a vacation. At night, the hero Arios has just eliminated a tamer. He wants to recruit a companion before he starts the fight with the Demon King, but all the interviewees can't compare with Rain. They can only tame one animal at a low level such as wolves or bears. Arios has seen Rain tame the strongest species like the cat girl and the dragon girl, so he can't help looking down upon these ordinary beast tamers. As the task of defeating the Demon King has been delayed for a long time, the priest Mina persuades Arios to lower the standards for recruitment, which immediately causes Arios to be unhappy. Mina realizes that Arios' personality has changed a lot recently, so she quickly switches the topic to hold his anger. After Mina leaves, Arios mutters about making Rain disappear as he takes out an evil ring. Rain would never have expected Arios to be so narrow-minded. When he goes to the guild to report the task of the thieves, the guild's receptionist, Natalie, tells Rain that the thieves have all been stripped of their adventurers' licenses and sentenced to hard labor because of their felony of raising monsters. The fairy twins comfort the depressed Rain, while Kanade and Tanya are still sleeping in the hotel. Rain is left with only these two reliable companions. When Rain takes the two fairies for a walk, they are attracted to the street food. They've lived in the forest all year round and never tried the food of the human world, so Rain treats each of them to a hot dog. The twins are immediately captivated by the novelty and finish the hot dogs in a few large bites. Rain then agrees to treat them along with Kanade and Tanya to a big meal next time. With their appetite satisfied, the fairies chat with Rain about a serious matter. They ask if Rain has recently gained some enhancement of his abilities. Rain's physical powers have been improved by signing a contract with Kanade, and the contract with Tanya has enhanced his magic power, but after signing a contract with the fairies, there is no significant improvement in his abilities in any aspect. The twins are very disappointed by Rain's answer because they wish they can help Rain. Rain notices the two girls' disappointment, comforting them with his story. He was kicked out of the hero's party by Arios because he was too weak, but that experience did not affect Rain from becoming strong. Rain also learned that the most important thing he wants from his comrades is not to be strong, but to trust each other. The fairy twins finally get rid of their disappointment. Just then, a new accident happens. An arrogant young man with two soldiers stops them, asking for the twins' names and forcing them to be his concubines. The man is named Edgar, the son of a lord. He has a very bad reputation for often kidnapping beautiful girls as concubines. Rain repels Edgar's subordinates to protect the fairy twins. However, Edgar takes innocent civilians as hostages and threatens Rain to stop. The twins want to use magic to free the hostages, but Rain doesn't want them to reveal their identities, or the twins can't live in the human world. Suddenly, Rain comes up with a good idea. When he was fighting, he discovered that his magic was so special that he could cast multiple spells at the same time. So Rain decides to give it a try and unleashes fireballs. As a result, several fireballs appear at the same time, and all of Edgar's subordinates are knocked down as the hostages get freed. Since Rain managed to drive Edgar away, he receives thanks from the villagers. At this moment, Arios is silently watching this scene not far away with an evil smile appearing on his face. Rain doesn't know yet that this hero has become more terrifying than the monster. After returning to the hotel, the fairy twins are telling their companions about Rain's bravery, and they focus on the blessings Rain received after signing the contract with them. Because as a beast tamer, Rain can cast multiple magic in an instant, which is more powerful than many magicians who have practiced for decades. After the relaxing topic, everyone gets serious as Rain mentions Edgar's bad reputation he learned from the residents. Taking advantage of his father's identity as the Lord, Edgar seems to be in collusion with the knights sent here by the Empire. With the encouragement of his companions, Rain finally decides to deal with Edgar to rescue the girls who have been taken away. Edgar is also thinking about ways to take revenge on Rain, and he gives the knight captain Gillet a bag of gold coins. Both sides are in a state of preparedness. Rain takes the lead. He and Kanade come to the Order to report Edgar's miscreant behavior. However, the Order drives Rain away without investigating the Lord's son, which proves the rumors of collusion between the Knights and Edgar. On the way back, Rain meets a girl named Stella, the vice captain of the Knights. Stella has also discovered the illegal cooperation between the Knights and the Lord's family, but she has always been unable to hold the Knights and Lord's family accountable because she has no strong companions. Encountering Rain this time gives her hope. As Rain has completed several difficult tasks before, his fame gradually spreads. Plus there is a girl from the strong cat tribe beside him. Stella pleads with Rain for help. Rain also needs someone to provide information from the Knight's Order, so he immediately cooperates with Stella. Their first plan for the battle is to throw bait to deal with the corrupt ones in the Order. At night, Gillet receives false news that there's evidence of his collusion with Edgar in the suburban warehouse. In order to prevent this criminal evidence from being discovered by Stella, Gillet immediately gathers a group of henchmen to raid the warehouse. As Gillet brings his men to the warehouse, he immediately gets a sneak attack while the fairy twins cast frost magic to seal the gate, blocking Gillet's escaping route. Elsewhere, Rain uses the new equipment provided by Gantz to launch a long-range attack, and in a short time he takes down all of Gillet's accomplices. Stella tells Gillet that her companions have captured the Knights and found evidence of Gillet's guilt. Even in such a disadvantageous situation, Gillet still refuses to surrender. Stella offers to undertake the next battle to fight one-on-one with Gillet. Stella has known Gillet since many years ago, but she doesn't know why the once simple teenager degenerated into what he is now. She turns the pity in her heart into the power of battle, and finally knocks out Gillet. Soon Edgar learns of the fall of the Knights, and he gives his full vent to anger on a slave girl. After calming down, Edgar plans to gather all the soldiers to attack Stella. That's when Arios comes to Edgar. Arios hides his identity through disguise, telling Edgar that Rain was also involved in the battle with the Order. As Arios frantically exaggerates Rain's power and his hostility towards Edgar, he also gives Edgar a strange ring, which he claims to have the power to kill Rain. Edgar seems to be influenced by the mysterious power of the ring, laughing arrogantly. That brings the end of episodes 9 and 10. It seems that Rain not only has to fight the Demon King, but has to deal with the hero at the same time. The hero in this anime has completely gone off track. Narrow-minded and short-tempered, Arios even uses the evil ring to lure Edgar to kill. This hero has changed from a setting to fight the Demon King to a terrifying character comparable to the Demon King. Besides, the slave girl who shows up in episode 10 should be Nina, the girl from the god tribe in the manga. As Rain has gathered all the strongest races, Armageddon in the first season won't be far away. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will post the latest updates as soon as possible.